Florida, with its beautiful weather, is a great state for outdoor activities. Ever wonder why more people don't ride bikes? They're quiet, don't pollute, need no fuel, and provide exercise. The truth is that Florida has one of the highest cyclist and pedestrian fatality rates in the nation. More people would ride bikes if the roads were safer. By Florida law, bicyclists have all the responsibilities of other vehicle operators and the right to be protected from irresponsible motorists. This program aims to help you as law enforcement officers examine what motorists do incorrectly or unconsciously and recognize what you can do to make the roads safer. Driving is not just getting into your car and following the road. It's more complex than that. We adapt our behavior to different driving environments. In metropolitan areas, motorists can go from a high-speed, limited-access freeway to a quiet neighborhood in a matter of minutes. When driving on the interstate, a motorist is focused on speed and distance. This is a high-speed environment in which bicyclists and pedestrians are rarely present. Here, a motorist is not conditioned to look for or consider any other modes of transportation. But what about when we exit the interstate? As we enter the off-ramp, we slow down and transition into feeder roads. We are not going as fast, but we are still immersed in a high-traffic environment as we negotiate red lights and cross traffic. Unintentionally and unconsciously, many motorists continue to drive in the freeway mode without consideration for non-motorized travelers, pedestrians, or bicyclists. Because they're not considered a threat, motorists are not worried about them running a stop sign or signal and damaging a vehicle. However, if a motorist continues to drive in this freeway mode, he or she runs the risk of hurting or even killing pedestrians and bicyclists. As motorists, we sit in our cars protected from many dangers by the steel that surrounds us, insulated from the elements and lulled into a sense of invulnerability. Motorists take their speed and strength for granted, but seldom consider their capacity to harm. They eat, talk on the phone, fiddle with the radio, or prepare for work. When crashes do occur, most of the time the vehicle occupant experiences only minor injuries. Cars are fairly well equipped now to protect their passengers and drivers. But what happens when the other driver has no protective metal enclosure? By instinct, drivers avoid risk or threat. They notice big trucks and other cars. Driving is an art, which takes focus and attention to perform safely and properly. When motorists are attentive and focused as drivers, our transportation system functions well. Suppose a motorist is distracted, turning around to yell at the kids, or dreaming about tonight's date. That motorist may not see the cyclist coming head-on as he or she prepares for a left turn. If motorists don't wake up and don't stop, lives will be changed forever. The clock cannot be turned back. They will wish they'd been paying attention. They won't understand why they didn't see the cyclist coming or why they didn't stop or yield. This program is about training and focus. It is about educating drivers about their interactions with bicyclists and recognizing them as a legitimate part of moving traffic. It is about you, the law enforcement professional, understanding the dynamics of bicycle and motorized vehicle collisions and assisting in preventing errors.
So are you doing okay?
The key to changing this behavior is first to fully understand it. A few motorist errors account for a substantial percentage of auto bicycle collisions. These errors are violations of the Florida Uniform Traffic Control Law. This program will give you visual cues needed to recognize the motorist errors that cause the majority of these crashes and injuries. We also hope to inspire you to take action and issue warnings or tickets when you see these situations underway, hopefully before serious injury occurs. The knowledge you will gain will help you understand and report crashes involving bicyclists and motorists. The single most common crash type results from a motorist's failure to yield. Motorists must scan properly and carefully before driving out past stop or yield signs. Even when a cyclist is driving facing traffic, the law still requires a motorist facing a stop sign to yield. Because the same traffic laws apply to them when riding their bikes, cyclists expect to be treated the same way they would be when driving their cars, with the same rights and responsibilities. Some friendly motorists attempt to wave cyclists in front of them through stop or yield signs. These motorists are unintentionally creating a dangerous situation by disrupting the proper traffic order. Often cyclists approach a yellow traffic light and slow down, properly preparing to stop, while the motorist behind decides to swerve around and gun the engine through the intersection. This endangers the life of the stopping cyclist as well as the motorist running the traffic signal.